actually gonna start standing because I don't know about y'all, but I've been sitting all day so far. So we're gonna come towards the front of our mat, and you can have the feet about hip width apart, the toe mounds, step back so you can see. Toe mounds are maybe touching, maybe a little bit apart, and just kind of rock side to side, front and back. Start to settle into your day, into your practice. Just go ahead and roll the shoulders back and down, hands by your sides. Take a nice inhale up, exhale, heart center. Inhale the arms up, exhale, let's go ahead and swan dive forward. Let's grab the elbows and just drop our head and just give it a little rock back and forth here. So knees can be bent as much as you need here. You can sway front and back, you can go side to side, you can do little circles, whatever feels good for you here. Let's bring the hands to the shins or the floor, whatever works for you. Inhale to a flat back. That's nice and flat. And exhale, just fold that down. Let's have a nice bend in our knees. We're going to bring the arms heavy. Imagine you've got one of those big Pilates balls and you're holding on to it. Knees are bent, and let's just roll it up one vertebra at a time. Like you're imprinting that back into the wall behind you. Roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale those arms back up. Now we're going to take the right hand, we're going to bend it. We're going to bring the left arm over. Just be careful of your elbow joint. And also be careful of your neck. So if you feel like you're putting pressure onto it, just bring the arm out to the side. Protect the neck as well. Breathe. And let's go ahead and release. Bring the arms down by the side. Inhale the arms up. And exhale. Let's bend the left arm. Right arm comes across. Again, be careful of that elbow joint and your neck. And breathe. And let's go ahead and release. Bring the arms down by the sides. So let's go ahead and interlace the fingers. Roll the shoulders back and down. Puff the chest and just give it a nice stretch. And release. And let's just go ahead and take a little twist, a little side to side. Exhale as you twist. One more each side. And let's meet back in center. Inhale here. And exhale, we're going to drop chin toward the chest. Only go as far as works for you and your neck. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin to sky. Again, only go as far as works for you and your neck. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin to sky. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin to chest. Now from here, we're going to move into head or neck rolls, your choice. We're going to inhale as we roll the head up. Exhale as we bring the head back down. You get to choose how big, how small, how fast, or how slow you're going. And once your chin gets to your chest, we're going to switch directions. Inhale up, exhale down. And and we'll meet back in center. Let's just go ahead and roll the shoulders out. And now forward. And now we're going to take the right arm, bring it across the body, and left arm comes to kind of bring it in. So again, we're being careful of that elbow joint. Breathe. And release. You can give it a little shake. And left arm comes across. Right arm. So again, be careful of that elbow. And release. Give it a little shake. Let's inhale those arms up. Now we're going to roll it down like we rolled it up before. We've got that big Pilates ball. So we're making a nice curve. You're bending your knees whenever you need to bring the arms down to the mat. Take a breath here. Now those knees are bent. We still have that Pilates ball. Let's roll it back up one vertebra at a time. And roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale the arms up. We're going to interlace the fingers. Inhale here and exhale, we're going to go to one side. It doesn't matter which side, we'll do both. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. And let's do that one more time each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. And come back to center. Bring the arms down by your side. So let's go ahead and reset up that mountain pose. So feet about hip width apart. The big toe mounds can be touching. They don't need to be. Roll your shoulders back and down. Let's bring the weight into our left leg. And we're going to take the right leg and bring it up behind us. If you need to go move towards a wall, go ahead. And if this is okay for you, once you feel steady, you can bring your arm up. Now you can stay here, or if you like, you can start to bring it forward into dancer's pose. So we bring the arm forward, the leg is back. I'll turn. See if I fall. You can think about kicking this back foot into that back hand. For whatever reason that works. Breathe. Try to pick a focal point that's not moving. And release. Give it a shake. And it's okay if you fall out of balance. You're balancing, right? That's all part of it. So let's go ahead and rebuild that mountain pose. Think about where your feet are. Roll those shoulders back and down. Now the weight's coming into the right leg. We're going to bring the left leg behind. Again, if you need something to hold on to, like a wall, go for it. And again, you can stay here, or you can bring the opposite arm up. And again, you can stay right here, or if you want to go a little further, you can bring it to dancer's pose. Breathe. And go ahead and release. And give it a little shake. So you can leave your mat where it is. I'm going to turn mine sideways so you can see a little better. It's up to you if you want to change your mat. So let's go ahead and bring our feet out wide. I'm going to go ahead and just pigeon toe them in for a little bit. We're going to bring the arms out wide. And let's just go ahead and roll those wrists. And reverse direction. Now let's go ahead and create stop signs with those palms. Inhale here, exhale, look right. Inhale, center, exhale, look left. Inhale, center. So now we're going to take the right hand and we're going to bring it down toward the left leg. If you have blocks at home, you can always use a block to help support you. Call them little Legos, right? You can build whatever you need. Inhale back to center. And exhale, let's do that other side. So left arm coming down to the right leg. Again, if you need your block, move it over if you have it. Inhale, center. Let's bring the arms up overhead. Interlace those fingers. Inhale and exhale to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Let's go ahead and bring the arms down by the sides. And now we're just going to take the hands and slide them down the legs, coming into a forward fold here. So again, if you've got blocks, you're welcome to use them to help connect your head to the floor if that's something that works for you. Breathe. Let's bring the hands out in front. Inhale to a flat back here. Slight bend in those knees. Let's roll it back up to standing. Bring those arms out. Let's go ahead and roll those wrists again. And switch direction. Go ahead and make stop signs. Inhale, exhale, look left. Inhale, center. Exhale, look right. Inhale, center. Let's bring left arm down to the right leg. Inhale, center. And other side. Right arm, left leg. Inhale, center. Let's bring the arms up. Interlace those fingers. Inhale and exhale to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Now let's bring the arms down. You can interlace those fingers behind your back again. Roll the shoulders back and down. Now this time we're going to come forward with those arms behind the back interlaced. We're going to let them drop, coming toward the head. Only go as far as works for you here. It gets intense quickly, and if it's too much, just unloop those fingers and come to a regular forward fold. Breathe. One more breath here. And let's go ahead and uninterlace those fingers. Let the legs slide down the legs and come to your forward fold. Let's bring those arms out in front. Inhale to flat back. Let's walk the hands to the left leg. Inhale and exhale, fold over that left leg. Inhale to a flat back, walk it back to center. Exhale, fold here. One more breath here. Inhale to that flat back. Walk the hands to the right. Inhale and exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, walk it back to center. Inhale and exhale, fold. You're welcome to keep your hands here. They could come by your feet. You could bring them in between your legs. Whatever feels good for you here. And let's inhale to that flat back, slight bend in those knees. Let's roll it back up to standing. Arms come on out. Let's roll those wrists. And reverse direction. Let's go ahead and make stop signs. Inhale, exhale, look right. Inhale, center. Exhale, look left. Inhale, center. Right hand down to left leg. Inhale, back up. Exhale, other side. Inhale all the way up. Let's inhale those arms up, interlace those fingers. Inhale and exhale, come to one side. A nice side stretch. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, bring the arms down. Interlace those fingers, roll the shoulders back and down, puff the chest. And release that here. So we're just going to take the feet and we're going to put them out on looking at the outer edges of the corners. And we're going to come down into a squat. So think about a little pelvic tilt here to protect that low back. And let's bring the arms up into God or Goddess. Just breathe. Now, let's go ahead and exhale. We're going to close the arms in front of us. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. One more. Now, from here, we're going to stand up, just extend the arms up, and then exhale, bring it back down into your squat. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. One more. And bring it down. Go ahead and bring the legs on up. So let's go ahead, let's take this left foot and let's pivot it so it's about 90 degrees or about 45 degrees. Let's pivot this front foot, so for me it's my right foot, to the front edge of the mat. We're going to rotate these hips so they're facing forward. So for me, I just had to step my foot out a little bit more to help get me into that position. We want this front knee in line with the ankle or slightly into the body. We don't want it extending over. And when you feel set here, inhale the arms up. Warrior one. Breathe. Bring the arms down. Let's go ahead and rotate back to center and let's switch to the other side. So my left foot's forward here. My right foot, I'm going to get set up in the right place to get those hips facing forward. I'm checking my knee alignment. And when I'm set, my arms are coming up. We can wiggle those front toes. They aren't jammed. A few more breaths here. And come back to center. So let's go ahead. We're going to pivot this right foot out again. This left foot is coming out on its angle. And this time we're going to come into, so let's actually come into warrior two. So this front heel is about in line with the middle of the back foot. This back foot doesn't need to be on as much of an angle anymore. We're in between two planes of glass. And let's bring the hands out. Check the back arm, make sure it's not doing anything funky, and let's gaze over the front arm. Again, that knee's in line with the ankle or slightly into the body. One more breath. Now we're going to go ahead and straighten this front leg. If you've got a block and you want to use it, we're going to put it in that front hand. We're going to tilt forward and we're going to bring this right arm down to the mat. We're going to take and extend the left arm up to the sky. So coming into triangle. So again, we're in between that plane of glass. You can gaze towards that top hand. You can also close your eyes to make sure it's in line and it's not doing anything funky. or you look at your screen where you can see. And you can look forward or you can look down at the mat. Whatever works for you and your neck. Breathe. And let's bend this front leg and come back up. Come back to warrior two. Come back to center. And we're going to go ahead and pivot to work on that in the other side. So let's set up our warrior two. So that front heel about in the middle of this back foot. We're in between that plane of glass. Arms come up, check that knee alignment. Check the back arm. And look over the front arm and breathe. All right, we're going to move into that triangle pose. So we're going to straighten this front leg. We're going to tip forward and bring that left arm down to the mat. Again, if you want to use a block, grab it. And let's check this arm. Make sure it's not doing anything funky, the top arm. Again, your gaze can be up, it can be straight out, or it can be down at the mat. And I forgot to mention, if you can't come all the way down, then maybe you're by the outside of your calf here. Maybe you're up a little bit higher along the outer edge or inner edge of your leg. Whatever works for you. And let's go ahead, bend this front leg, come back to warrior two. And let's come back to center. So let's pigeon toe those feet in again. And let's go ahead and just slide the arms down the legs, come back to that forward fold. Again, your hands can be out in front, they can come through, they can be on your feet. Whatever works for you here. Inhale to a flat back. So what we want to work on this time is we're gonna bend this left leg, and the right leg is the heel's gonna come. We're gonna pop that foot up. So we're just gonna kind of crawl over here to the left bent leg, and then we're gonna walk it over and switch. And then just walk it over and switch. And switch. And let's walk it over and switch. And let's do one more each side. And last side. And go ahead, come back to center. Inhale to that flat back and exhale, just fold right here. Inhale to a flat back, slight bend in the knees, and let's roll it back up to standing. Now we can just toe heel those feet in. And let's go ahead and we'll come down onto our mat. So I'll switch my orientation again. So let's come down to all fours. So in all fours, we want our shoulders and arms in nice alignment here. We want these legs coming straight down from the hips so they're not out too far. Right? And these aren't out too far. We have a nice flat back here. So our fingers are spread nice and wide apart. Slight bend in those elbows. Take an inhale here. Now exhale, we're going to curve the upper body up to the sky, a slight tuck of the chin. Inhale, let's dip it forward. Slight bend in those elbows. Exhale, curve it up. Inhale, dip it forward. Exhale, we curve. Inhale, forward. Now let's come to a neutral spine. We're going to leave the weight in the left leg. We're going to extend the right toes behind us. We're going to lift this right leg no higher than the bottom. We're engaging this core right here. So you can stay right here, or if it works for you, let's extend this left arm out And breathe. It's okay if you wobble. And go ahead and release. Shake those wrists out if you need to, and let's build that on the other side. So the weight's staying in this right leg, we're extending those left toes back. Let's extend that left leg no higher than the bottom, engage this core. You can stay here or extend that right arm. Make sure you're breathing. One more breath. And release. Let's go ahead and bring the big toes together. The legs can come out wide, and let's sit it back into child. Again, if you have a block and you want to use it to rest your head, you can. And let's come back to all fours. So this time we're going to step this right leg through. If you need extra cushioning for your left leg, you can just fold the mat over. And we're making sure that this knee is about in line with that ankle. You can stay right here. If you've got blocks, you can come to your blocks, or we're going to come up to the top of the leg. The back leg's on whatever type of ankle works for you, that you're getting a little stretch here, but you're not compressing or doing anything funky with that back. Breathe. Windmill those arms up if you like, you don't have to. A few more breaths. And bring the arms down. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So we're going to step the left leg through. I almost forgot which side. Right leg. If you need that extra cushion, again, set it up and come to the position that works for you. Get the right ankle, check that back. How's that knee? Breathe. If you like, bring the arms up. And come on down. So we're going to move into one last posture. I want to get into those hips a little bit, especially if we've already spent a good part of the day sitting. So I'm going to give you a couple of options. You get to choose. So one is you can come onto your back. You can extend your right leg up to the sky, cross it over this left bent leg, and you can either stay here, or you can bring the leg into your chest, wrap the hands around or thread them through, holding on the shin or underneath the knee. You can give it a little rock if you want. The other option is pigeon if you practice pigeon. And so I'll show you a couple ways to come into pigeon. One is you can step that right foot through, heel toe it over, bring it down into about an inverted V, and we're sticking this back leg back. You puff your chest, and then you can come forward. The other option, if you practice, you can come from downward dog. So you can extend the leg up, flow it through, invert your V, and come on down. So your choice. And here we go. Come into your pose. And let's breathe. Go ahead and come back. If you're in pigeon, go ahead and puff that chest and release, and we'll switch sides. So whatever you're doing, if you're in figure 4, come to the other side, and if you're in pigeon, come to the other side. However works for you to get in there. Little puff of the chest, and bring it forward. Come into your pose, take a few breaths. One more breath here. And let's go ahead and come on out. So we're gonna go ahead and make our way down into Shavasana. Somehow 30 minutes goes by really fast. So we can just roll it on down. Hands can come out by your sides. Feet can kind of come out to the outer edges of the mat. Palms can be facing up. If this doesn't work for you, you're welcome to bend your knees. If you've got a block, you can always place it underneath and stick your legs up, or you can always put your legs up the wall. Whatever feels good for you here. So just start to settle into the mat. Before you get too comfortable, what I want you to do, I want you to squeeze everything. So make fists, curl those toes, scrunch that face, and then we're just going to exhale and release it. So inhale, squeeze, squeeze everything, squeeze harder, and release. One more time, inhale, squeeze, 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 and exhale, release. Now just settle in and focus on that breath. You can envision that breath coming in from the soles of your feet and working its way up your body to the crown of your head. And then you can push that air out, down from the crown of your head, through your neck, out your body, and out the soles of your feet. Or you can pick a number, inhale for that number, and then exhale for that number. Slowly let your breath return to normal. You can wiggle your fingers and your toes. If you like, you can take your arms overhead and give yourself a nice symmetrical stretch. So toes reaching in one direction, arms in the other. And if you like, you can roll into the fetal position. It doesn't matter which side, just use that arm as a pillow. Take one more breath. Now we'll slowly make our way up to seated. You can keep your eyes closed. It doesn't matter where you land on your mat, especially now that no one can see you. And let's go ahead, bring the palms together, and let's go ahead and rub those palms together, creating some warmth in those palms. Now let's place those warm palms over the closed eyes. Take a deep inhale here to appreciate that sensation. Exhale. Slowly spread the fingers wide. Slowly bring the hands back to heart center. You can keep your eyes closed or open them. Now just center on something that you're grateful for, something positive in your life. Inhale that in. Exhale out any stress or negativity. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Om Shanti Shanti. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming. Enjoy the rest of your day.